Hello everybody, welcome back to ESL Drill. In this video, let's learn how to change direct speech into indirect speech. To start off, let me read off these two sentences. She said to him, "I don't like the way you behaved yesterday." She told him that she didn't like the way he had behaved the day before. Now here, in direct speech, you have two parts, reporting sentence and then the actual speech. Now this is the reported speech or indirect speech. Now when we change direct speech into indirect speech, we make some changes. Now here is the first change. Said, reporting verb said changes to told. That's change number one. And we add a conjunction, or we use a conjunction to connect these two parts. That's change number two. And change number three is pronoun. I change it to she here. And again we have change number three here, because you, pronoun you, change it to he. And change number four is verb tense. And we have change 4 again, because behaved change it to had behaved. This is tense change. And yesterday, adverb of time, change it to the day before. Okay, so these are the 5 changes that happen that occur when we change direct speech into indirect speech. Now, before we try to understand how these changes occur, let's learn a few more things. We have already learned that this part is called reporting sentence, and this is actual speech. And in this example, said is called the reporting verb, and this reporting verb, reporting sentence, is always placed outside of the quotation marks. Another thing, the exact words of the speaker are marked off by inverted commas. We also call them speech marks. Now this is very simple, but I just wanted to remind you, you always have to begin the sentence with a capital letter, an uppercase letter. Okay, now let's look at the 5 changes that occur when we change from direct speech to indirect speech. There are actually 5 changes, and the first one is reporting verb change. Second one, conjunction or connecting word change. Third one is personal pronoun change. Fourth one, verb tense change. Fifth one, adverbs of time and place. Okay, let's discuss each change in detail. The first one is reporting verbs. Now, how do we change reporting verbs? Okay, let's get into the details. Before understanding, we have to look at 4 types of sentences. Assertive sentence or declarative sentence. These sentences have a full stop at the end. They make a statement. And the second one is interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentences are questions like, who are you? What are you doing here? When will she come here? These sentences end with question mark. And the third type of sentence is imperative sentence. Now there are 2 parts when it comes to imperative: strong and weak. Now strong imperative sentences have exclamation mark at the end. So they are like orders and commands. And the weak or the mild imperative is the one like instruction or maybe a piece of advice or something like that. A weak or mild imperative sentence takes a full stop at the end. And now let's look at the 4th type, that is exclamatory sentence. Now exclamatory sentence has an exclamation mark at the end. These sentences are like, how beautiful the sunset is, how tall the boy is. What an amazing scene. So these are exclamatory sentences. Now that we have understood the different types of sentences, let us see how reporting verbs change based on the type of sentence you have in actual speech. I have listed all 4 types of sentences here: assertive or declarative, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory sentence. Now to understand this, let's see how said changes to told, sometimes remains unchanged. Let's learn them with examples. He said, I am satisfied with the work. Now, he said that he was satisfied with the work. Now there is no listener mentioned here, so said remains unchanged. There is no change at all. Look at this example here. She said to them, I don't know you. She told them that she didn't know them. Now, because we have a listener here, said changes to told. And what about interrogative sentences? Interrogative sentences. In interrogative sentences, the reporting verb changes to asked, enquired, questioned, queried, etc. Sometimes you see wondered, wanted to know. Let's understand this better with examples. Charles said to her, did you pay the bill? Charles asked her if she had paid the bill. We used asked here. Kumar said to her, what's your name? Kumar asked what her name was. Now next type is imperative sentence. Imperative sentence is a sentence that starts with a verb. Now these sentences are instructions, orders, commands, requests, sometimes suggestions. So based on the nature of the sentence, we use the reporting verb, like asked, requested, ordered, commanded, advised, suggested. Look at these examples here. I said to him, obey your parents. I advised him to obey his parents. He said to them, please help me. He requested them to help him. Now let's look at exclamatory sentence. Now in with exclamatory sentences, we use the reporting verb exclaimed. The reporting verb said, whatever changes to exclaimed. Sometimes we can add phrases like with joy or joyfully, with sorrow or sorrowfully, with delight or delightfully. Let's look at this example here. The boy said to the girl, "Hurrah, mother has come." The boy exclaimed with delight. He is happy. So with delight that his mother had come. We'll see tense changes later. And change number 2 is conjunctions. We call them connecting words too. So let us see how conjunctions or connecting words are used when we change direct speech to indirect speech. Again, this is based on the type of sentence we have: assertive, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory. Now with assertive sentences, we have that as the conjunction. You can understand this from this example here. He said, "I'm satisfied with the work." He said that he was satisfied with the work. That. Of course, in spoken English, we usually avoid using that as a conjunction. We say, he said he was satisfied with the work. But in written English, you are supposed to use that. Now with interrogative sentences, you need to sometimes use if or whether, sometimes WH word. When do we do that? Let's look at this explanation part. If the interrogative sentence you have in actual speech needs yes or no answer, if or whether is used. Either if or whether. Of course, if is a bit informal, whether is a bit formal. So you can use anything here. And if the question begins with an interrogative pronoun such as what, who, whom, why, how, where, how often. The same word is used to connect the sentences. Let's look at the example. Charles said to her, "Did you pay the bill?" Charles asked her if she had paid the bill. You can use whether as well. Kumar said to her, "What is your name?" Since we have a WH word here, and then this is not an yes or no question, it means we don't give yes or no answer to this question. We need to say something here. Kumar asked her what her name was. We use the same word as the connecting word. Okay, now imperative sentence. Imperative sentence. These sentences begin with verb 1. So we usually use to with positive ones and then not to with negative ones. I said to him, "Obey your parents." I advised him to obey his parents. See, to and V1, the present form of the verb obey, is used. He said to them, "Please help me." He requested them to help him. If it is like, "Please don't help me," it changes to he requested them not to help him. Now, exclamatory sentence. Now, with exclamatory sentence we use that, just like we use that with assertive sentences. The reason is that when we have an exclamatory sentence like what a beautiful picture it is, it should be first changed into a declarative sentence. Then it becomes that picture is very beautiful. Now, that picture is very beautiful is a declarative sentence, an assertive sentence. So we use that again. Look at another example here. The boy said to the girl, "Hoorah, mother has come." The boy exclaimed with delight that his mother had come. That, because we change it to declarative sentence first. Now, change number 3 is pronouns. So let us see what those pronouns are. There are 3 types of personal pronouns: first person, second person, and third person. First person pronouns are I and we. Second person pronouns you, singular, you, plural. Third person plural, he, she, it, singular, they, plural. Now let us see how these pronouns change when we change from direct speech to indirect speech. The first person pronouns I, me, my, mine, myself, we, us, our, ours, ourselves are replaced by the subject of the reporting verb. Now we'll see an illustration in the next slide. The second person pronouns you, your, yours, yourself, yourselves are replaced by the object of the reporting verb. And the third person pronouns, of course there is a big list: he, him, his, himself, she, her, hers, herself, it, its, itself, they, them, their, theirs, themselves, do not change. To understand the pronoun change better, we have some illustration here. Son 1, 2, 3. S refers to subject, O object, N no change. Here 1 stands for first person pronouns, 2 second person, 3 third person. So what is it that you need to understand here? Well, if you have first person pronouns in the actual speech, the subject of the reporting sentence comes in its place. And if you have the second person pronouns, any of the second person pronouns, the object of the reporting verb or reporting sentence comes in its place. And if you have a third person pronoun, no change occurs. So that's good news. You need not change any third person pronoun. Wonderful. Now let's take a look at each change with example sentence. Samrat said, "I am going to my uncle." So here I have highlighted the pronouns I and my. Let us see how they change to he and his. Now, Samrat said that he was going to his uncle. Since I is the first person pronoun, the subject of the reporting verb comes in its place. The subject is Samrat. Samrat is a man, and the pronoun that we use for Samrat, a man, is he. So I changes to he. I is in subjective case and he is also in subjective case. Now was going to his uncle. Now again, my is possessive adjective and the possessive adjective of he is his. So his uncle. Samrat said that he was going to his uncle. Now let's look at how second person pronouns change. But before that, let's have an exercise. Would you like to try? Okay. Take a piece of paper and pen and write down the numbers and write down your answers. Then we'll discuss. Pause the video and then try it. Okay, welcome back. Let's see. He said to her, "These books are mine." He told her that those books are his. Now check your answers. They said, "We'll sell our car." They said that they would sell their car. Now here we, first person pronoun, the subject they comes here. Ramya said, "My uncle gave me a CD." Ramya said that her uncle gave her a CD. Here my, first person pronoun, Ramya, she, but you can't say Ramya said that she uncle gave, so we use the correct case here. Her uncle gave her a CD. Niranjan said, "Have I done well?" Niranjan asked if he had done well. So here I is first person, subject Niranjan comes here. Niranjan is a man. "We have no news of our friends," said the students. Again, the students said that they had no news of their friends. So here we refers to the subject. The subject is the students and the pronoun that stands for the students is they. They, their. The principal said, "I like children." Again, first person, I. The principal comes in its place. We don't know whether the principal is a man or a woman, so we used he or she. Liked children. Now let us see how second person pronouns change. Second person pronouns are you, your, yours, yourself and yourselves. Now look at this here. Raja said to me, "You don't know your ability." Raja told me that I didn't know my ability. Now here you is the second person and the object of the reporting verb according to this rule comes in its place. And what is the object here? Who is the listener? The listener is me. So me, the subject form of me is I, so we use I in place of you. Didn't know whose ability. Now again we have your, we are dealing with, and we want it to be replaced by the first person pronoun, so we use my ability. Want to try an exercise again? Here it is. Again, take a piece of paper, write down the number and the answers and pause the video. I'll give you the answers later. Okay, here are the answers. Smita said to them, "You do not know your importance." Smita told them that they did not know their importance. Now again, you, second person, the listener, the object here comes in its place. It becomes they and then their importance. "Your cat is very cute," said John to his manager. John told his manager that his cat was very cute. Your cat, the listener's cat, manager. It might be he or she, you can say his or her cat was very cute. "You went there yourself," said he to her. He told her that she went there herself. She, herself. Same case. Yourself, herself. "Why do you learn English?" they asked him. They asked her why he learned English. So you, second person, and the object is him. The subject case is he, so we use he here. "The boy said to the girl, 'The book is yours.'" The boy told the girl that the book was hers. You have not given your details to the officer, Sarma said to his sister. Sarma told his sister that she had not given her details to the officer. So I hope you have done well. I hope you have done well with the exercise. Let's move on. And the third person pronouns. Now we learned that there is no change with third person pronouns. We just have to copy them down in reported speech too. Let's look at this. Raja said to me they don't know her house. Raja told me that they didn't know her house. Of course the tense change and reporting verb change. These things happen, but the pronouns don't change. Okay, that's it for this video. Don't forget to watch changes 4 and 5 in part 2. Thank you for watching.